Hi, what's in Madrid? Doing a reading for Blushpazaway. Alright, so yeah, you are a Scorpio, and in the Chinese zodiac, you are a rabbit. So let's get started. Firstly, your rising sign. So your rising sign is how you react to things, how you view things. Initially, your gut instinct, gut reaction, and how people see you initially. It also can have to do with your physical appearance. So anything on the surface. Your rising sign is in Gemini. So Geminis are generally very talkative, they're very intellectual, they're very quick, and they have short attention spans. They are generally shorter and thinner, and their brain was work very fast, and they're quick to understand things, but they're also really easily bored as well. So next is your sun sign in Scorpio. So Scorpios are generally quite dark, quite intense. They like to know how things work at a deeper level. They're into things like psychology or just things which really get to the bottom of something. So yeah, like psychology, you want to understand what people are thinking, you want to understand what motivates them, you want to understand what drives them. You could also be quite interested in sports, things like swimming or rowing or surfing, anything which requires a lot of energy output and maybe has to do with the water. Next is your moon. Your moon is in Taurus. So having a moon in Taurus is quite a nice place for the moon because here moon is all about how you are emotionally, internally, and what you want when it comes to your sort of emotional needs and stuff. And having a moon in Taurus generally gives you a very solid and stable heart. So emotionally, you're someone who is solid, dependable, reliable. Friends like to go to you when they have problems because you are so reliable and you always provide a good ear that listens to other people and a good shoulder to cry on. Moon in Taurus, yeah, that's about it. They're generally very calm, very steady, very nice people. People who don't get a lot of mood swings, people who are generally quite steady and the same when you meet them each time. Next, we have Mercury. So your Mercury is in Libra. Now, having Mercury in Libra generally gives you a slower sort of mind. It makes you more indecisive. It makes you very slow to think about things because you are indecisive. When you look at a situation, you always weigh the good and the bad. You never see just something as good or bad. You always see why they are good and why they are bad, and you generally don't like to say something is just good or bad. You generally think about it for a long time. Let's say you want to buy a shirt, you'll see two shirts and you'll weigh the goods and the bad about that shirt before you purchase it. When it comes to decision making, like say you want to choose what to do on the weekend or where you want to go at the restaurant, again, you generally be thinking, oh, what do I like? What do I want? What's good about this place? What's good about that place? And it can be very frustrating for other people because you are so indecisive sometimes. The good side is when it comes to an argument or people want to settle a dispute, you're very fair. Let's say two people have a fight and they come to you to mediate it, you'll generally be very fair. You won't, yeah, you'd be objective. Next is Venus. So your Venus is in Sagittarius. So having Venus here, I guess, would give you more of an idealistic approach when it comes to relationships. You care about things like whether the person really loves you or not. You're not so worried about if they have money or will they um, yeah, will they make life easier for you? All you need in a relationship is to know that the other person loves you and that you love the other person as well. When it comes to money, you're not too worried about making a lot of money or being very practical and logical with your money. You might just, yeah, donate some to charity or do things which help other people as opposed to just spending it on yourself. After that, we have Mars. So your Mars is in Libra, and again, that gives you more of an indecisive, um, not in command sort of personality. You don't like to take charge. You don't like to be aggressive. You don't like to argue. You don't like to dominate your will and your opinion over other people. You prefer that you and other people come to an agreement in a civilized manner. So where you explain things to them and they explain things to you. You generally prefer not to argue if you can help it. Next is your Jupiter is in Aries. So Jupiter in Aries generally goes for what they want in life. They're not scared of what their parents think. They're not scared of what society thinks. If they want something, they'll go for it and they'll get it. They're not worried about if it'll make money or not, if it'll be good for them socially or not. They're not worried about whether whether life will be easy for them or not. They just go with their hearts. If they want to do something, and then they'll do it. They'll be impulsive about it. So this balances it out with your other personality characteristics in Libra, where it's very indecisive and undecided about what you want. It helps balance it out because you'll have this drive naturally that makes you go ahead and do things without thinking about the risk. It'll help you just do things in the spur of the moment. Yeah, you'll be a lot more willing to take risk. After Jupiter is Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. Your Saturn and Uranus are in Sagittarius, so this might give you a more mature view on life. You'll be more wise beyond your years maybe, and people might find you a little bit unpredictable in what you say. Like, you might be very serious all of a sudden, then you might crack a joke. Yeah, that sort of thing. Your Pluto is in Scorpio, so Pluto is the ruling planet for Scorpio, and having Pluto here near your Sun just makes all your Scorpio characteristics even stronger. So before, where you might just be a little bit interested in psychology, you will definitely be super interested in finding out what motivates other people. When it comes to sex, you might enjoy sex a lot. Physical activities, yeah, you want to do them, and you'll be very intensely emotional. So you might find yourself having mood swings at times. Yeah, that's just a part of having Pluto and the Sun near each other in Scorpio. When it comes to the Chinese zodiac, being a rabbit makes you smart, makes you intelligent, makes you very sociable, makes you very witty, makes you quite funny, makes you someone who doesn't assert themselves over other people. So you don't just impose your opinion, you generally don't take charge, and you get what you want through being clever, being smart, being guile, and yeah, hope that helps. Enjoy.